Welcome to Moving to Portugal Daily, episode number. I'm Mateus Costa. Today, we dive into the first-year tax residency playbook with practical steps to help you relocate smarter and live better in Portugal. The hidden risk in year one isn't dramatic. It's small administrative slips that quietly change your tax status and put visa evidence at risk. Arrive in January, think you're casual about time in the country, and 6 months later you discover you've passed a residency test. That can affect your D7 or D8 standing, your tax bills, and future benefits. Today, I'll show an easy way to count days, register correctly for finances and NHR, and keep your income proof tidy so nothing surprises you. Promise. By the end of this episode, you'll have a 3-step blueprint to avoid accidental tax residency, a practical NHR registration timeline with required documents, and a safe income proof strategy that supports your D7, D8 evidence without flirting with risky tax avoidance. You'll also get a 7-day checklist to lock your first-year position. Section 1. Day counts and residency tests. Let's start with the basics. Portugal uses the 183-day rule and the concept of a habitual abode. If you spend 183 days or more in Portugal in a 12-month period, you're typically tax resident. But habitual abode is where you habitually live, a home available to you, family ties, or where your personal and economic interests lie. That sounds abstract, but we can make it concrete. Practical tools. Start a travelogue the day you arrive. Use a calendar entry every travel day, keep boarding passes, and set a simple spreadsheet that tallies days in Portuguese territory. I recommend building a buffer. Target 160 days maximum if you want to avoid residency risk in year one rather than pushing to 182. Use phone location history as backup and combine it with physical evidence like utility contracts or short-term rental agreements when you intend to establish presence. Portugal rewards preparation. This is where small habits save you big headaches. Section 2. Registering with finanças and NHR. Timing matters. You must obtain a NIF, tax identification number, quickly after arrival. If you're applying for NHR, aim to register for tax residency within the calendar year or as soon as your status changes. For NHR specifically, the effective window is narrow. You must register as a tax resident first with finanças and then submit the NHR application, typically by March 31st, following the year you became tax resident, though timelines can shift. So submit early. Don't wait for perfection. Early, correct filings beat delayed corrections. Documents you'll need: valid passport, proof of address in Portugal, rental contract, utility bill, or a letter from a local host, your NIF, and identification of your income sources, contracts, subscription receipts, or pension statements. Use the online portal when possible, but be prepared to visit the local finances office if something is flagged. Common pitfalls: missing document translations, relying solely on oral statements, or assuming bank letters suffice without a clear income trail. If processing stalls, engage a vetted local accountant early. They know which regional finances offices are faster. Section 3. Income structuring that supports D7, D8 evidence and daily bookkeeping habits. First, be legal and conservative. We're not talking tax avoidance. We're talking clear evidence of recurring income. For D7 and many D8 cases, evidence of stable, recurring funds matters. Good patterns include recurring subscription payments from clients, regular invoicing cadence if you're a freelancer, or pension statements with monthly entries. Avoid ad hoc large transfers that look like one-off gifts. They weaken evidence. Keep invoices, contracts, and a simple cash flow spreadsheet. Bank narrative best practices: write consistent descriptions on transfers, use your professional account for invoices, and when interacting with your bank, be clear about your residency intentions. Banks like predictable customers. Build a local bank relationship early. Open an EU-compatible account, verify identity in person if required, and keep monthly statements that align with your declared income. Small details, like a consistent invoice header, make audits and checks painless. Daily habits that reduce risk. 1. Log receipts and invoices within 48 hours. 2. Photograph and store contracts and utility bills in a cloud folder tagged by date. 3. Send brief monthly summary emails to yourself with attached bank statements and a note that describes the income source. This builds a time-stamped narrative should you need it. Groom your communication with finances and your bank. Polite clarity beats evasiveness. Remember, paperwork that tells a consistent story is often more persuasive than complicated tax engineering. Real Nomad example and common mistake. I worked with a client, call her Anna, who arrived on a D7, kept flights and rentals sporadic, and accepted irregular lump sum transfers from clients. Halfway through year 1, she was contacted by finances about income mismatch and by SEF about residency evidence. The fix was straightforward but time-consuming. She organized 6 months of invoices, provided rental contracts showing continuous habitation, paid a small late fee, and engaged a local accountant to file retroactive declarations. The lesson? Missed documentation creates friction. The remedy is rapid, organized cleanup and a professional to close gaps. Immediate 3-point action checklist. Do these in the next 7 days. 1. Create a travel and day count spreadsheet and back it up to the cloud. 2. Gather and scan your top 5 income documents, bank statements, invoices, subscription receipts, and store them in a dated folder labeled Year 1 Evidence. 3. Book a Finanza appointment or create your online profile. And if you plan to apply for NHR, prepare the NIF plus proof of address documents now. Complete these 3 steps and you'll have prevented most accidental residency and evidence gaps. Recap and course tie-in. Quick recap. Count days conservatively, register early with finances, and apply for NHR promptly if eligible. Structure income as recurring and well-documented, and maintain daily bookkeeping habits. If you want templates for invoices, a ready-to-use travel log, and the exact email scripts used when speaking with banks and finances, the Nomad Life Success course deep dives these templates and gives a downloadable kit to make the filings painless. Portugal rewards preparation. This kit is designed to protect your visa and optimize your life. If this episode helped, visit nomadlifesuccess.com/firstyear to grab the Year 1 Tax Playbook Kit. It includes the travel log spreadsheet, invoice and bank statement templates, and a checklist you can complete in 7 days. For personalized cases, especially if you have complex pensions or property income, consult a licensed Portuguese tax advisor listed in the kit. Portugal isn't just a destination, it's your optimized new beginning. That's your daily Portugal blueprint. Start applying one thing this week. Portugal rewards preparation. Optimize your life while you relocate. Small daily habits create big lifestyle wins. Build the foundation before you arrive. Goodbye for now, and I'll see you tomorrow with another practical step to make your move to Portugal smoother.